I'm Sabrina Valdivia reporting from the Spartan TV studio for Spartan TV. This year has been one crazy ride. To wrap it up, we wanted to hear how COVID, quarantining, remote learning, and coming back to school in person affected people here.
I had many memorable moments. It was certainly a year that I will never forget, but I will say that we had several speakers that provoke very interesting conversations in advisory. So I'm pretty sure I will remember some of those conversations.
This year, I learned to make sure your mic on Zoom is always off. I was on Zoom for a few months and I constantly fell asleep at my first tracks in the morning. One time, I slept in my first class and I didn't realize my mic was on. My mom came into my room to make sure I was awake and everyone in the class heard me say, "Mom, get out, I'm in class."
I was in chemistry and I fell asleep and the teacher kept calling out my name and I answered after maybe 3 times of him calling me. And he asked me if I was sleeping and I said no with a sleepy voice and the whole class started laughing.
One of the funniest and most embarrassing moments this year took place in my history class. My teacher was teaching the class until she caught me with my headphones in. She called my name 4 times until I heard it and took my headphones out, blurting, "Hello?"
What was the most memorable or weirdest moment in class this year?
I think the weirdest moment this year, possibly the most memorable, but not necessarily in a good way, was when I decided to pass out these lucky stress relief balls for my AP World History freshmen during class instead of the end of class. I've taught freshmen for 17 years, and my teacher self told me, "Don't pass these out until the end of class." But then a student wanted to know where South Asia was. It's one of those places that students never really understand what countries are in South Asia. So I decided to pass the balls out early so they could, feel for themselves where South Asia was. And the rest of class just turned into dodgeball with balls flying around the room. So that was memorable. I guess it was good stress relief for them, but as a teacher, it was a bit much. Next year, definitely wait till the end of class.
And every teacher has a different experience, but I think the hardest part of COVID has been adjusting to teaching both kids online and in person. That requires, an extra step in planning. So typically with my US history class in particular, I have been teaching that class for a very long time and I have everything, pre-made and available to me just easily to print out and make copies of. But now it's going in and figuring out how to convert a PDF into something that students can write on. How can I make a document that I printed out and lost the link to? How am I going to upload that and share that with students that are online?
Another embarrassing moment was when I was in math class and I was using my phone and I forgot to mute myself while watching a funny TikTok. And my teacher and classmates started laughing and I had no idea why they were laughing. My friend texted me to tell me to mute myself.
Certainly one of the most memorable and odd things that happened this year is a particular set of students decided to flex seal a variety of objects in my lab, unbeknownst to myself.
I slept in English once when we were watching a movie and the teacher decided to call me out in front of the entire class. When I regained consciousness, all I heard was laughter. In that same class, I was also caught using my phone. I hid it well, but as soon as I got distracted and dozed off, she caught me and took it, of course. This has happened to me as well as a couple of my friends, and these short moments of laughter are what kept my year going.
So we really had to take a look at our content and make it available in an engaging way while working with kids in the classroom, on the computer, or at times everyone was on the computer. So that was a big effect. It also forced us to have more, to think differently about assessments and what we were assessing and how we were valuing things.
This year made me more patient, not because of days at home doing absolutely nothing, but because of longer classes. Classes jumped from 49 to 75 minutes. On the right side, I'll be able to focus longer in the future. Still, I hope they return to normal at some point.
Miss Davis, Miss Galbraith's been trying to get a hold of you. Miss Davis? Karen, are you okay?
Have a great summer!